What is going on, team? In today's video I want to share with you how I use running as a tool to lose fat. My name is Niam and over the last few years I've lost 50 kilos, and that was my mission to help as many people as possible lose weight, get fit, get healthy and become their best selves. Before I share with you how I use running and the specific method of running that I use as a tool to burn fat, we need to really understand what fat loss is and the first principles of fat loss so that the method that I use makes sense in the context of fat loss. So in order to lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. What this means is that you are burning more calories than you are consuming. And so the reason why we use cardio to burn fat is that cardio burns calories. Because cardio burns calories, it means that if you do it consistently, you can deepen the deficit that you're in, and it makes it a little bit easier to burn more calories than you're consuming. You might not have to pull back on food so much if you're consistently burning more and more calories. However, one of the issues with cardio that a lot of people face is that if you do too much of it, it can be hard on your knees, it can overexhaust your muscles. When you go to your strength training sessions, which is important for fat loss, you might not feel as strong because you're not fully recovered. What this means is that you're not going to be able to lift heavier weights. That means it's going to be less of a reason for your body to hold on to the muscle that it has. Overall, that means that you're going to lower the number of calories that you're burning at rest because muscle is calorically expensive. We've got to make sure that we're doing cardio so that we can deepen the deficit, but then at the same time, we're not impacting our recovery so that our strength training sessions aren't massively impacted and we're not just losing strength and losing size and losing muscle even though we're doing the cardio, because it means that, yeah, while we're burning more calories in those cardio sessions, overall we're going to be burning fewer calories and we're just going to look smaller. We're still going to have to eat less, and the benefits that we do gain from deepening the deficit are offset by the muscle loss that we get. So that's why managing recovery is so important, because it means that we can still burn the calories through the cardio, but it also means that we can retain the muscle and the size that we have, because we're still going to feel recovered and fresh to hit our strength training sessions with as much strength as possible. Why do I choose running? One thing with cardio is that it's really important for you to find a modality of cardio, a modality to burn extra calories that you really enjoy, something that you can stick to, something that you feel like it's not too much of a chore to get up and go and do. Most of the time when I get up and I go for a run, especially now that I'm in a bit more of a rhythm, I don't really feel like I need that much motivation to give me a push and be like, all right, Liam, let's go. I look forward to my morning run. It's something that wakes me up. It's something that makes me feel good about myself. And it's not something that I need extra discipline around. However, if it was something that I hated, and maybe if it was raining all the time, I'd find it more difficult and it would be harder for me to stay consistent with it. So finding a modality of cardio, whether that's football, whether that's paddle, whether that's running, whether that's combat sports, that allows you to burn calories but allows you to have fun whilst burning calories is important, because it means that you're going to stick to it. I also like running because of the ease of completion. Like, you can just put your trainers on, go outside and run. Finally, it's pretty efficient for the same reason. Like, you don't have to travel anywhere, you don't have to organize with other people. You can go at your own time, whether that's the morning, the evening, the afternoon. You just have to get up, go outside, half an hour jog and come back, done. That being said, we've mentioned some of the benefits of running. We've mentioned why it's important to manage recovery. My goal at the moment is to literally lose around 20 kilos by the end of the year. How am I gonna be able to sustain running whilst doing all the strength training sessions that I'm doing and try and maintain the muscle that I have? And the way that I do it is by managing my recovery. The way that I manage my recovery is actually by slowing down the pace of the run. Now, something that I've learned from Andrew Huberman, Peter Attia, these guys that are pretty well versed in the health space and optimizing the cardiovascular health, longevity, and health span, is Zone 2 cardio, which is 30 to 40% of your max heart rate. I think when I do Zone 2 running, I feel like I'm not impacting my shins as much, my knees as much, I'm not exerting my legs as much, because I'm just jogging at a slow pace where I feel able to speak to someone if I wanted to. I'm not completely gasping for air. So that being the case, when I'm running at this pace and I'm going at a slightly slower pace, I'm still able to burn more calories than if I was walking. I still get those endorphin rush from increasing my heart rate more than just going and doing a walk, but at the same time, I'm not massively doing in my legs, so that when I do go train legs, I can still lift strong, lift heavy, and maintain the size and muscle that I have. So it's really the perfect combination and the perfect type of cardio for me. especially with my primary goal right now being fat loss. The other thing that I like about Zone 2 cardio is that its impact on aerobic capacity. When you train in this zone, you're training to build your ability of your heart to pump blood to your muscles. When you train at higher heart rates, you end up training in a zone where you're actually training your anaerobic capacity, your ability to exert yourself whilst not having access to oxygen, whereas this is training your ability to pump oxygen to your muscles because you're going at this slightly slower pace. And so when I go to my lifts and I need to pump blood to my muscles, my heart is actually more efficient. And so I can get those extra reps in because my heart doesn't feel like completely defeated, especially when doing big lifts like deadlifts and squats. That's when the good heart health really comes in handy. I once read Arnold's book and he talks about how the benefits of cardio are there because it allows you to pump blood to your muscles, and that's going to allow you to lift more. This other benefit that I really like is the meditative impact of Zone 2 cardio. This is something that you got to try. What I noticed is that after 25 minutes of doing this type of cardio, we are running at like a reasonable pace. You don't need your conscious energy to exert yourself or move your body. And so your body is moving in this repetitive motion, and this can be done with swimming or running or cycling. And your body is moving in this repetitive motion, but you don't have to think about it. Your legs are just moving because your body's already worked out that in order to go at the pace that I want to go at, I can just move. It becomes an unconscious thing, like when you're driving or something. And so if your body is active and moving unconsciously, it allows my mind to wander onto like thoughts that are generally just quite positive, and I'm not really going deep into my thoughts, but I'm just observing my thoughts go by and noticing them and letting them be, and that creates this meditative state. So that is how I run whilst I'm trying to lose fat, to manage my recovery but also burn a few extra calories every single day. I hope that helps you on your fat loss journey. I'm solving 100 fat loss problems in 100 days. So if that's a video that you enjoyed, or if you enjoyed this video, check out some of my other videos in the series because I'm sure that there's something useful for you there. Until tomorrow, peace and go get it.